what's going on in the beauty subscription world, but May was another rough one for us. Allure once again didn't hit its promised value. That's 3 times this year for keeping count. And I was hoping Ipsy's icon box would redeem things, but honestly, it didn't really wow me either. If you're wondering which box barely came out on top or if either is still worth your money, stick around for this month's brutal honest of the Battle of the Unboxings. Hi everybody, my name's Catherine. I'm a beauty and reselling enthusiast, so if those are things that you like to watch, consider subscribing before you go. To be honest, I don't like doing 2 subscription box unboxings, one right after the other. I just did my FabFitFun, which will be linked at the end of this video if you're curious, but that's just kind of how the cookies crumbled, let's be honest. But we are going to be unboxing both of these subscription boxes. We have Allure Beauty Box, we have Ipsy Icon Box, which is an upgraded version based off of their base box and everything. And we basically review the products, tell you a little bit more about them. I tell you what I like, what I don't like, and let's be honest, there's some disappointment this month. And we just see which box wins, so stick around. Let's start with Allure. So Allure is a monthly subscription box that I think I pay just under, I can never remember the prices, but I think I pay just under $21 for the box, and you are supposed to be guaranteed $125 worth of products in here. They do a mixture of full-size products and deluxe trial size products, so let's dive in. They always give you some pamphlet information. Let's take this little, okay, let's take that out. All right, so we're going to be reading from the pamphlet. Now, the first item I was very excited about because if you remember, I wanted this blush in this shade in my Sephora haul. I ended up getting a different shade that I think was going to suit me more in my preferences. I will link that beauty haul for you if you're interested to see other things that I decided to pick up. But I opted to not get this one because I was already getting a ton of blushes that haul, so I was like, you know what, I think we can opt to not get this one. But lo and behold, it was an option to choose for Allure Beauty Box, and what I'm talking about is the Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blush, and the shade particularly is Summertime Wine, so it's kind of like a berry shade. Now, for some reason, a few months ago, I had no Fenty blushes. And now somehow I have 4 Fenty blushes because I picked 2 of them up, I think in my spring FabFitFun, and then one in my Sephora haul, and then another one now. So Allure does do some limited choice products compared to Ipsy. So, you know, you got to choose, basically it was this blush in 4 different colors. One of them was Blush in Lollipoppy, Sundress Season, Summertime Wine, or Petal Poppin'. So here's like a little preview of what some of the colors look like. So I opted to get the Summertime Wine because I just figured, you know, that's the color that was calling my name. And I just thought it was so funny that it just kind of came back around for something that I wanted. I haven't used these blushes yet. I do a monthly series called my Shop My Stash series, and where I pick out a whole bunch of products that I'm going to be focusing on for the month, and I haven't chosen one of these blushes quite yet. So I do know, because I have swatched some of them before, and it's a very nice texture to it, but I don't know the longevity of anything at this point, so I can't really give you any sort of reviews. But let's do a quick little swatch of this. It does feel really beautiful, and I mean, it glides on super well. I mean, look at that color. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. They seem very pigmented, so just be careful depending on what shades that you get and like your skin tone. I'm very fair with cool neutral leaning undertones, so a shade like this I'm going to want to use probably a little bit more sparingly, a little bit more cautiously, to, you know, not go straight out the gate with it. But I'm excited to try this shade out, as well as the other blushes that I got in previous boxes. So we are gonna put that off to the side, and I didn't even read any of the information for you. So let's see what we got. It says, hello glowing skin. A quick swirl of this foolproof blush brightens up complexions to make skin look refreshed and younger. It's a 2-second way to seem more awake and more polished without looking like you're obviously wearing blush. All we can say is thank you, Rihanna. So it retails for $28 for this size, which is a full size product. If I saw on the back of the thing, yeah, it says high impact color, ultra smooth texture, lightweight formula for diffused finish. I feel like that swatch really matches that description. So excited about that one. And if you are here for the value, I mean, like I said, I pay just under $21 for this whole box, and that product is $28. So it is of value thus far. The next product we got is another like little musician gone beauty maven. This is House Labs by Lady Gaga PhD hybrid lip glaze in guava. It says there are goopy and 2 glossy lip glosses, and then there is this perfection that is Lady Gaga's take on the classic. It feels cushiony, hydrating, imparts sheer mauvey color that's great for a natural vibe. It has a radiant finish for juicy, healthy looking lips. This retails for $26. So this one I know at Sephora comes in a lot of different shades, but we didn't get the option for that. We just got it in guava. So I will put on the screen the swatches of it. I can't quite remember. I know I pulled the picture already, but I don't know if this is a shade that I'm gonna want to be keeping, because if I'm remembering in my noggin, it's a little bit more of an opaque shade, and it's not that it's not pretty. I just have kind of been liking more kind of sheer glosses compared to like a very opaque gloss. So I don't know if this is going to be in the cards for me, but what I do with products like these that basically, you know, I don't really have a choice in picking out. Even if I did have a choice, I would still do this, what I'm about to do, is I do send them off to a reselling website called You From Me that is specific to beauty products. So makeup, skincare, hair care, fragrance, all that sort of stuff. So with makeup in particular, it cannot be swatched. It has to be in new condition. So that's why I don't swatch a lot of products that I just don't think I'm gonna work, like are gonna work out for me, because I still want them to be, you know, be able to be sent in. So what they do is they photograph them, they sanitize them, you know, they check if there is any sort of bacteria, if it is like a used skincare product, and they resell it, and you know, you get a portion of the money. I do have, I always link my video down below in my description, but I am in need of probably updating that a little bit. So you let me know if you would like an updated video from You For Me, or for You For Me, however you want to word that, because I have a whole bunch of stuff that I need to send into them. So I figured we could do that together. But you let me know your interest down below, and that will decide if I make that video sooner rather than later. Did I say that retail for $26? I think I did, but if I didn't, I did again. All right, moving on. This is what is this? This is a deluxe trial size product. So what I will do for deluxe trial size products is I will actually do all the little mathy math down for you, so you know exactly what you're getting in this deluxe trial size. But this is the LMS Peptide 4 Plumping Pillow Facial. It says if you've been hesitant to try a sleeping mask, maybe you don't want to gunk on your pillow. Yeah, I don't. You'll be happy to know that this gel wears comfortably all night long and stays on your skin. It feels soothing going on and leaves your skin feeling softer and looking refreshed by morning. Not a bad way to wake up. So this retails for $75 for the 50 milliliters, and we have the 15 milliliters included in the box. So I can't math it. I've already mathed these out before, but everything will be linked down below. They're going to be affiliated links too, so if you choose to shop through them, I do earn a small commission, and I do thank you for that. But it's not necessary. It just kind of gives you more information about the products, and I also include the prices. But what am I going to do with this? I think I'm probably going to keep this. That sounds really nice. I do have like combo oily skin. There are some parts of my face that are drier than others, and there's some parts of my face that are quite oily. So it's always trying to find a product that works well for both those types of skin concerns. But this sounds really nice, so I think I will give it a shot. And I've enjoyed LMS products thus far, so we'll put that off to the side. The next product is another product that I've actually been wanting to try. This is from Color Wow Raise the Root Thicken and Lift Spray. This says it's a Best of Beauty for Allure award winner. It says you could spend the morning perfecting a round brush blowout, or you could mist this onto your roots for a quick yet impressive shot of volume. Bonus, you can use it on dry or damp hair, so it's great for saving time on wash days or refreshing your style. So there's retails for $24 for 150 milliliters, and we get 50 milliliters included. So again, math will be down below for you. I have been wanting to try this out. I'm currently using the K18 product that's also included in my Sephora haul. And I like it. But it's also very expensive. So if this can produce the same quality for a fraction of the price, I will very much enjoy that. So this I will be keeping for myself to test out. Then our next product is from Aceology. This is their Passion Fruit Refining Lip Scrub. It says the sugar granules are gritty enough to slough off dead skin, in turn make your lips silky soft, but not so harsh that you're left feeling raw. It gently buffs chapped lips to help create a smooth, even canvas for your lipstick, and it smells amazing, sweet like passion fruit. I don't think I've ever smelt passion fruit before or tasted passion fruit. So this retails for $29 for 0.5 ounces. So this is another one of the full-size products. Lip scrubs aren't necessarily my favorite. I don't want to call them a gimmick, like that might be a little bit harsh, but it's just not something that's necessary in my routine. Like, yes, do I need to exfoliate my lips, but I don't think I feel like I need a separate product to do it. I can just kind of do it on my own. So for that reason, this probably will be sent off to you for me to recoup some of this money from the box. And then we go in here and we see this Babar? Sure. Ampule concentrates. And so there was a few different options that could have been thrown in here. One of them is the Perfect Glow, which I got, or the Hydra Plus ampule, or the collagen firming one. So I got Perfect Glow, which is supposed to help tired, dull skin with radiance and flawlessness. It says the science nerd in us loves the ampule's looks and ingredient breakdown. You're getting one of the three, and each treats skin to thoughtful ingredients like skin brightening lactic acid, smoothing peptides, or moisturizing sunflower seed oil. So this retails, I think, depending on what I keep wanting, I like shade comes to mind. It's not shade. Whatever ingredients you got has a different price tag. So it looks like the collagen firming ampules are $50 for 14 milliliters. Then the Perfect Glow is $45 for 14, and then $35 for the Hydra. And so what is included is 2 milliliters in here. So that is what the little ampule looks like. To be honest, I feel like these little ampules are just a waste of resources, in a sense of like, why not, like, I don't need tons of little vials of things. Just put it in a big bottle. I mean, again, I'm not over here sciencing this, so I have no idea if like you actually need it in a small bottle, but I feel like it's just kind of a waste. Am I still gonna try to use it? Probably, just for curiosity. You know, curiosity killed cat. So I'll probably still try this out just because I have it, and to be honest, things like this can't be resold just because the value is not up to their threshold. So because I think if I mathed everything correctly, this little vial is like $5, and if I wanted to resell it, I think the threshold needs to be like $9 or $10 retail value, and because this is not, it would not be resold. They would probably include it in a they do a lot of donations for places, so it'd probably get included in a donation, but you know, I'm just gonna try it. It's super little. It'll probably last you like one or two uses, so I might as well try it myself. And then the last product we got is the Ava NYC H2 Whoa Hydrating Shampoo and Conditioner says the enemy of frizz and flyaways is hydration, and this duo does a great job of infusing moisture via hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid into strands for hair that's smoother and shinier. So it retails for $28 for 600 milliliters. We get 10 milliliters of each. This is something that I will send off to you for me in expecting and hoping that it will be included in a donation for somebody. You know, I think that would be great little donation. So I'm not going to use it. Hair care products like shampoo and conditioners don't really jazz up my beauty bones, so this is not something that I will be keeping. But you know, let me know, have you tried the Eva NYC products before? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you know anything about them? And with that, we do get, we always get these like little Factor or HelloFresh little coupons and stuff like that. I never usually use them because I've used Factor before, so it wouldn't really matter if I got it or not. But let's do a quick recap of everything that we got in this box, and then let's head over to Icon Box. All right, this Chunky Monk is the Icon Box. So every quarter, sorry, I had to like, how was I gonna say this? Every quarter you have the option of upgrading to the Icon Box. You don't have to at all, but the Icon Box, you do have to spend more money for it. I believe it's just under $62, but the retail value goes up because you get more options of products. Now, with this, I believe it's 8 products. 5 products, I believe, get picked for you by the curators, whoever is curating the box, and then you get to choose 3 products. So there is a little bit more customization. I could be a little bit off on the split of the numbers. I can't quite remember. So they usually send you out a customization form about a month in advance, and then you see what your options are. You have about 5-6 choices in each customization, and you get to choose one item. And it is a mixture of like skincare, hair care, fragrance, makeup, all those sorts of things. I do remember not being super thrilled with the choices or the things that were chosen for me. Did I not even open this yet? Hold on. So it looks like the curators for the box was Erin and Sarah Foster. I don't know who they are. Do you know who they are? I have no idea who they are. And they constantly change like the layout of how information is provided. It looks like, do they do something with fragrances? Smells like a Foster. Favorite daughter? Are they a fragrance brand? I have no idea. No idea. But it looks like you get some of information about the products, kind of like set up like a little bit of a magazine, all that sort of stuff. But let's dive into the things. I can't remember what was chosen for me and what was not. Let me pull up my Ipsy. Well, it looks like I was right on the split of the products. So 5 products got picked for me, and then I get to choose from 3 others. So let's start with the items that were chosen for me. Excuse me. The first is Dew of the Gods. This is the Amalfi Glaze Heaven Grade Body Serum. Quenches the body and lightly shimmers. Okay. Enriched with nourishing benefits of argan oil, olive, and macadamia oils, Amalfi Glaze deeply moisturizes and rejuvenates the body, leaving skin silky, smooth, and radiant. Infused with hyaluronic acid, this oil of the gods not only hydrates but also soothes and plumps your skin for a firm, flawless, dewy glow. A light touch of shimmer leaves your body looking sun-glazed for the gods. That sounds pretty nice. So this does retail for $36. This might be something that I keep. I might keep that. We'll see. We'll see. So the next product that was chosen for me is actually kind of funny. So it's another Elemis product from the same line, that peptide for line. This is the eye recovery cream, reviving eye cream for tired, overworked eyes, revives, brightens, and hydrates. So the skin synchronizing eye cream transforms the appearance of tired and overworked eyes. It's the very special oil helps deliver younger looking eyes around the clock. Dark shadows and puffiness appear reduced. This retails for $50. Okay, now I'm just throwing things. I have such a hard time being consistent with any sort of eye creams, and I already know that I have a few left in my backups of stuff, so I probably don't need this. But if I were somebody who could be consistent with eye cream, that sounds really lovely. So hopefully somebody will get this for a good price from you for me. The next product that was picked for me was from Ole Henriksen. This is their Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toner. So it has high potency AHAs, which is going to help resurface your skin. It's like an exfoliant. So it targets dark spots, fine lines, wrinkles, and skin texture with 7% AHAs and witch hazel water. Transform the way you think about your toner, transform your skin. This supercharged with high potency AHAs targets dark spots, fine lines, and wrinkles, and smooth texture. Infused with sandalwood, chamomile, and licorice extracts, it's gentle enough for daily use to retexture, prepping skin surface for serum and moisturizer, revealing a transformed, refined, youthful looking Ole glow. That might be something I could see myself using. This does retail for $35, but you're seeing like a pretty good mixture of like decent brands. So Ole Henriksen, Elemis, they're all relatively really good brands, but just kind of like I said with my FabFitFun box, like we're getting the same brands over and over and over again, and it's like you're just getting the same products essentially. And it would be nice to have something a little bit different. If they could just like zhuzh it up a little bit, right? Just to add some freshness to it. The next product that was picked for me is from a brand that is new to me. So, okay, well, maybe I'll take back my statement I just made. It is new to me, but it is Eye Duo Stick Shadow and Liner. And the shades are Azurite and Unakite. Wow, Unakite. Okay, so these retails for $44.50, and I believe it is kind of like a blue and an army green. As the liners, and then sorry, I'm looking at like the picture online, but I think like the shadow stick is a different color. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of shadow sticks. Like I definitely see the ease and purpose of them, and honestly I probably would use them if I had a nice one, but I just don't think this one's going to be it. So this will be sent off to you for me as well. And that's a pretty high retail value. $44.50. I mean, I guess it's $22.25 each eyeshadow stick, but that's still like kind of a lot of money from a brand I've never heard of before. And then the last item that was chosen for us was the Rhodial lip oil with natural oils, and I believe this is in like their original shade, which isn't really a shade. This does retail for $38. Let's see. Lip oil, a high shine lip oil enriched with nourishing botanical extracts that help to visibly plump lips through hydration, leaving it a glazed finish. I do have like a lot of lip oils and stuff like that, so I don't know if I necessarily need another one. But it does say it has packed with cherry, macadamia, hibiscus, and jojoba oils to deliver a nourishing glaze of hydration. I mean, that does sound kind of nice. Maybe. But as you can see, I'm just like not diehard for any of these. You know, like I want to be diehard for some of these products. All right, the very next product is the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum in Nude Glow. This is by Makeup by Mario. This retails for $94. I got the shade Nude Glow. There were a few other shades that you could choose from. I'll pop it on the screen of what the swatch looks like. This I might keep, but I also do remember having one of these before, and I don't know if I really loved the texture of it. Like I felt like it was a little bit goopy, so I may rethink that, but I'll have to like think about it a little bit more and decide if that's what I want to do. But the color looked really pretty, so you know, maybe that could persuade me to keep it. The next item is from Origins. This is their Youthtopia Peptide Plumping Apple Cream. I don't think I've ever had anything with like called an apple cream before, but it does retail for $54. So it's a pretty high priced item. Formulated with apple oil, fermented apple peels, and acetylhexapeptide 8. Avoid the eye area. So it's supposed to help visibly plump and boost your skin's bounce. Again, that sounds really nice, but it's nothing that is like calling my name. It's nothing that I'm like, I absolutely love this. I need to have it in my collection. I can't wait to use it. It's just kind of like, meh, okay. And then the very last product is from First Aid Beauty. This is their 0.3% retinol complex serum with peptides designed for sensitive skin, which I do have some sensitive skin. So I do like retinols that are, you know, designed for that. So retinols help improve appearance of lines and wrinkles, 24 hours of soothing hydration to restore skin's surface barrier. And I'm assuming, yeah, it's probably just made with some other products to help, yeah, with less irritation than traditional retinol. Did I say what this retails for? $48. I probably will keep this. Again, I already have tons of retinols in my stash that I'm trying to work through my skincare, so I don't know. It's just like, how long is it gonna take me to get through all these? You know what I mean? Anyways, let's do a quick review of everything that we got in the box before we battle them out. All right, so here's where we put the boxes head to head, and we kind of review the items as a whole all together. I kind of choose how excited I am about the products, the different like variety of the products, how many of the items that I'm going to be keeping versus how many items I'm going to be sending away, the value of the box, all that jazz. Now, as I said, Allure Beauty Box, they are supposed to guarantee $125 value of everything. And if I remember correctly, this came short to like $123 and change. This is not the first time they've done it. This is actually, I think, the third time they've done it this year. And it seems to be like slipping a little bit, because from previous years that I've been doing this, I think they've always come at $125 and above. So the last time, or I should say the first time that this happened, I believe was in January, or could have been December's or something like that. And I reached out to Allure and I said, hey, you know, like the value is off. And it literally took me emailing them back and forth, like so many times to basically get like a $10 credit to their store, something that I'm never going to use. Like it cannot be applied to my balance of the boxes or anything like that. It's to their member store, which I don't purchase anything from. I mean, that is a perk, I guess, from the Allure Beauty Box, just kind of like Ipsy is that they do have the items that they, you know, sell. And if you really like an item, you can get it at a discount in their store. I don't ever do that. Being transparent with you, I don't ever do that. So that $10 is basically a waste. My time was a waste. And it's really disappointing that this happened 2 more times. The second time, honestly, it was like $1 difference as well. And so this time is $1 difference. It's not worth my time to go ask about it to get basically nothing. With that said though, in regards to the products, I do like how it was a mixture of products. So, you know, we got some makeup, we got makeup, we have like hair care, we have skincare, all that sort of stuff. So like it had a variety of products, and I was super excited about the Fenty Beauty and the Color Wow, both things that I've been wanting. So it is pretty cool that it came in the box. I will give them that. As far as Ipsy, I think I said earlier, I wasn't super thrilled with any of the choices. I wasn't super thrilled with the things that were chosen for me. I mean, they're okay. Would I have chosen them myself? Probably not, but it's what I have. It's definitely a very high retailing value. I think it was over like $300. Again, all that information will be down below. I want to say maybe even closer to like $350 $30 if I'm remembering correctly, so very high value, but I also paid more money for this. I basically paid 3 times as much for this box compared to this. So, but it does seem like we got a 3 times amount of value. I do think I'm going to be probably sending more off to you for me. Well, that's about equal from both boxes. I know I'm going to be sending a lot of things from both of these boxes off. So, you know, that is about equal. But in regards to excitement, I just wasn't really excited about any of these products. Like, I just wasn't. We're just kind of seeing the same thing over and over and over again, which I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over and over again. And it's just like losing its like magic about these boxes. But I mean, they are good values. If you like products like this, you like kind of consistency of getting the same brands and the same products, then it's probably a really good value for you. So when it comes down to the battle, I actually think this might be a first time that I'm going to choose Allure Beauty Box over an Icon box. Now, I did like a whole Battle of the Unboxings wrap up at the end of last year. I'll leave that information for you up in the corner if you want to see that that video. But spoiler alert, an Icon box never lost compared to an Allure Beauty Box, and there's a first for everything apparently. So I'm going to choose the Allure Beauty Box, and I say that is because the Fenty blush and the color Wow, both things that I wanted to try. So I'm very excited about that. But you let me know down in the comments, which box would you have chosen? Would you have chosen the Allure Beauty Box or the Ipsy Icon box for this month's winner? I love to hear from you. Let me know all the things. Did you have a favorite from the haul? Did you have a least favorite? Let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the wonderful YouTube things you can. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.